Rafia, and I'm from the Congo. I always introduce myself like that. I'm so proud to be African. Even when I perform, I always say, hi everyone, I'm Rafia, I'm from the Congo. It's who I am.
Hello, I'm Amber Brown, and I'm from West Philadelphia. I was born in the United States. I know that my roots are from Africa, and I'm very proud of it. No matter what anyone says, African Americans are from Africa, and we need to represent that.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa. And I'm very proud to be from Africa. I haven't been there in 10 years, but my heart is there, and I'm planning on going back really, really soon.
Hi, my name is Susan. I'm from Kenya. I'm proud to be from East Africa. A lot of times when I speak, people say you have an accent, and I say it's because I'm from Africa.
Hi everyone, my name is Liz. I was born in Liberia, which is located in West Africa. I've been here for a couple of years now, and I plan on going back next fall. I'm a hairstylist, and I am African.
Hello, my name is Udeme, aka Mahogany Rose. I am Nigerian American. I was born in Washington, D.C., but my heritage and my family are from the beautiful Nigeria, so that's where I represent.
Hi everyone, I'm Tabeka and I'm from South Africa, proudly South African. I'm actually going home tomorrow and I am so proud to be African.
Hi everyone, I'm Gugu. I was born and raised in South Africa and I'm just proud to be African.
I am Khadija, born in Madagascar, raised in South Africa, and I've been here for 2 years and I'm proudly African.
Peace and blessings. My name is Tamika. I was born and raised in South Jersey, which is the United States. My ancestors are from Africa. I am African.
Hey, my name is Dorcas. I'm from Ghana, born and raised West Africa, and I am so proud to be African. And anytime anybody asks me where I'm from, I don't say New Jersey, I say I'm from Africa. So I'm proud.
So I guess we're all Africans.
Yes.
It's so funny because when people ask me where I'm from, and when I say, oh, I'm Nigerian, I'm like, you don't have an accent, you're not from Africa. And I'm like, yes I am. Like, both of my parents were born in Nigeria, so that makes me Nigerian. You know, everyone, people who are from Africa are like, you're African. But that's my heritage. I embrace it. I love it. And I was born in D.C., but again, both my parents were actually born in Nigeria, so I am just the first generation Nigerian American, so I still embrace it. I am Nigerian, so,
And that brings up a good topic, because I know, well, from previous conversations from others, they feel as though, and I say Americans, African Americans, we feel as though those who were born in Africa, they don't consider us as Africans. I mean, what is your point on that? What is your view on that?
Those who are not born in Africa are not considered African?
Yes.
They say because you're born in America, you're not African, but your parents are from Africa.
My parents were born, my ancestors, yes, so my parents were actually born here. So, yeah.
But that's your root.
Africa.
So
I think people think that because they think you can't relate to them.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm from Africa, your ancestors are from Africa, I can't relate to you on that level. You just you look the same as me, but you don't know my culture, you know,
the language.
like that.
What I generally encounter is really the opposite, where African Americans don't know that they're from Africa, and the Africans tell them, well, first of all, you're black, so that means something. What does that mean to you, being black, at the end of the day?
I think African Americans, with African Americans, there's a disconnect because they don't necessarily connect with Africa unless, as a child and coming up, they were taught about African history and African culture. Being that my parents are from Nigeria, I was raised up in a Nigerian household. We ate Nigerian food and American food, but we ate Nigerian food. My mom taught us about where she was from, read, so I had someone, or my siblings, we had someone to actually teach us. A lot of African Americans feel a disconnect because they've never been in Africa before. Their parents aren't from Africa. There are so many generations separated from Africa, so they don't feel that connection unless they had a parent or someone who mentored them or taught them, listen, you are African too. This is your heritage as well. You know, so that's what I find even when talking to people, like they don't connect with it in the same kind of way because they never had anyone to teach them or they never really went to study for themselves. They just said, well, you know, I know we are from Africa, I guess, but they never really had someone to kind of like say, no, this is really you. This is your heritage as well. You know, unless when they get older and they want to seek out for themselves and actually go to study. So.
I've noticed around my neighborhood that the African American girls, they want to achieve a more European look. The favorite is light skin. It's like Africans are also light skinned. We are in all different shades. So don't compare. I just tell whenever I can, I tell young girls, don't compare being light skinned to being white. That's not true. Africans are light skinned. Everyone comes in different shades and colors, and African Americans, everyone exudes that. We're all different shades, all different colors, and I just feel like we should embrace your culture, not necessarily your color, because it doesn't always.
One color.
Exactly. No one is one color, so don't embrace the color. Embrace your culture.
I'm sorry.
But I also think that's because every time you watch TV,
That's all you
you see
see.
a white face. Pretty is white,
Yes.
pretty is thin. So everybody sees that. But I think black people need to start owning it and saying, you know, we're also beautiful, we also look good the way we are. You don't have to be light skinned to be pretty.
It also comes from like the family because my mom, she's very curvy and she's light skinned. But I'm curvy and I'm dark skinned and I embrace that because she's like, you're you, so be you. Don't do me because you're not me. Our color is different, but we're still black. So I own that I'm curvy. If somebody tells me you fat, you curvy, okay. So what? I'm proud and I'm dark skinned, but it hurts me the fact that most African Americans don't like dark skin and they try to compare, like, you know, your light skin, dark skin, they fight against each other, especially among the women. I feel that if the women are divided, nothing is going to get fixed. The women have to be united because as long as you're united, nobody can break it. So you're light skin, dark skin, you're still black. You're not prettier than the other. You know, and I think the guys also bring it upon the girls that, oh, we like light skin better, we don't like dark skin, but.
Yeah, but the reason why they like white skin or like lighter skin is because that's what's on TV.
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what is pretty. That's what, you know, they
I also
think is the
believe-
standard.
I also believe that if you love yourself first and someone accepts you for who you are, if you have a problem with your image, someone's going to have a problem with your image as well.
But I also think it starts at home because I take care of a Nigerian girl because she was born here. Her parents are from Nigeria. And one time we were watching TV. Every time she watches a TV show, she'll say, I want to be that. And she'll always pick the white person. And she'll be like, why is my hair not long? And why is my hair not... And then one day she's like, Tamika, I don't like my skin color. I don't want to be brown. I want to be white. And I think it's because her parents surround her with white people, and everywhere she is, she's surrounded by those images, so that's what she wants to be. Yeah, but her parents are teaching her now that her color is pretty, and the way she is, she should be proud of that. Even if you ask her where she's from, she'll say, I'm from Nigeria. Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts at home.
It starts on TV as well.
I feel like the media does play a big part, but you also have to have a strong mind. If you see that your parents are dark, why are they not beautiful? Why are the only beautiful people the ones who are on TV? That just doesn't make sense. Your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, they may be dark, but they're not beautiful. You need to connect. You need to disconnect your mind from what the television is telling you and see what you actually interact with. You're not you're not what's on TV. You're what you are surrounded by. Your community, your environment affects you, and it makes you who you are. So if you're telling yourself that you want to be something else that is on the television or that is in the magazine, you're disconnecting yourself from who you really are. So you just have to have a stronger mind and fight what you are seeing. It's actually like a war going on with what's in your mind and what's going on around you, what's going on with the TV. And if the TV wins, you lose yourself.
I have a question for everyone here. Were you raised in around your own culture, or were you raised in mixed cultures? Because that plays a big part. If you were the only black child amongst a classroom of white children, and it has an effect. I was raised around. I was born in DC, so I was raised around a lot of culture.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone embraced their culture, whether you're Asian, white, black, it didn't matter, African, or whether you're African or Vietnamese. Everyone kind of embraced culture because it was so much culture around me. But I'm just curious to know the kind of environment you were raised around.
I was raised in a different culture. Madagascar it has all different kind of people, Asian, Indian. We all speak the same language. We all look different, but we come from the same island. So I was raised around different kind of people, but we all want people at the end of the day. So
South Africa is the same way too, but it's just different cultures, different people, like it's just different stuff everywhere, but then we all people and we like that.
I was raised around one culture because, born in Ghana, that's all I saw. So like everybody was the same. And then when I came here, people started making fun of me because I was different. So I started seeing myself differently. And then I remember one time in the middle school, I will never forget this. My mom made me look in the mirror and she's like, tell yourself that you're beautiful. And I found that to be the hardest thing to say to myself. And I started crying. And she's like, you look like me, right? And I'm like, yeah, And then she was like, people say that you look like me. I'm like, yeah. Do you think I'm beautiful? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, then why don't you find yourself beautiful? Because you look just like me. And then I started crying because I didn't know. And then later on, my mom said, do not be like the white girls because that's not you. So later on, when I started growing up, I started to embrace myself. And then people started seeing that confidence. And they started, oh, Dorcas is different. So some people, there's, certain types of people that cannot step to me because they feel like, she holds herself so high. Like recently, somebody told me that I was conceited. And I was like, I'm the most humble person you will ever meet just because I have that confidence, get threatened by that. Because I embrace my dark skin color, I embrace my curviness, I don't care what anybody else says.
So you are.
Yeah, so I am.
You love yourself. I mostly grew up in Africa, which best place ever. Grew up in Africa, but we went to school where there were different cultures. But you knew who you were, you're African. You knew where we were in Africa.
I was actually raised with more Europeans. I actually, I didn't really get the African history at all. It wasn't until I actually went to grad school, I went to a HBCU, where I actually started learning about my African culture, African history. And that's actually when I decided to create Jewel Africa Designs, which each piece created is actually a reflection of my love and respect for the Queen Mother of all creation, Mama Africa. With Jewel Africa Designs, you can see pieces with Afro queens, amps, Adinkra symbols, different wooden earrings engraved with different quotes of being a proud natural, being a proud African. So each piece reflects the African in everyone. The website is www.jewelafrica.net, and you can go on there and just see each piece just reflects just Africa.
And we're all wearing your piece right now. So you're really beautiful.
I was born in Kenya, but for me, since I was in second grade, that's when I realized I was overweight. I wasn't even overweight, but because I had bigger hips than all the other children, so everybody teased me. So from middle school, high school, college, for the last 30 years, I had weight problems, but because of my hips. So now I realized, after I lost a little bit of weight, but now I embrace my shape. And I had problems getting clothes, like
getting something. A lot of us have problems getting a perfect pair of jeans
Mhm.
because of our
That's
ratio, like the waist ratio and the hip ratio is always a problem. So now I came up with the jeggings that all my models are wearing. People say one size doesn't fit all, but I feel like this jegging is one size fits all. If you're a size 0, if you wear 3X, it fits right because the waist is elastic. So if you're big, it stretches with you. If you're small, it holds you tight on the waist. Then the hips, because I know we have big hips and a small waist, it goes with your hips because it stretches. And then the length is a good length because of the stretch too. Everything is so stretchy. So you feel comfortable, it looks good. When you sit down, it doesn't ride down. You can dress it up to go out, you can wear it as casual, you can wear it to school. It just classy, nice, solid look.
Yeah, I'm liking them.
You shouldn't feel that bad because Sarah Batman had a way bigger butt than you do.
It's great. We always say like
beautiful,
it's,
Susan. You look really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
there are some women that would die to have some hips. So you gotta like,
You know, I'm always
I own this, you know. Like,
Yeah, like the white people inject themselves just to get our bodies. So why are we
they
trying
even have
to
this fake
play
ones.
ourselves down to be like, no, they trying
Yeah,
to.
they have those jeans that have.
They're trying to get the
Yeah.
lips, they're trying to get the butt. They even trying to get our color by tanning. So what's the
Exactly.
point?
So if there's anybody who should be proud, it's us.
I know.
Yeah, they want to be like us.
I
So.
think we are the ideal beauty because people are trying to get injections for the lips. We already have the big lips. For the hips, we already have the big lips. We already have that. We don't need any of that.
But I
yeah.
also feel like there's another world where if you're curvy and you have hips, people think you're fat. And they call you fat.
If you're not like a size 0.
Well, hater, there will always be haters out
Yes.
there. Sometimes they admire what you have.
Yeah.
And just like they can't have it themselves, so they hate the fact that you feel good, so they'll find a way to try to put you down. But as she says, like embrace it, and they might look at you too cocky, but you know what? Deal with it.
Right.
I love me, and I'm like comfortable with what I have.
And it all goes back to confidence. You can be a big girl and you confident and you know who you are inside. It doesn't matter. You can like overshine anyone in a lineup because of your confidence. It's really all about your confidence, and that's one thing I think all of us, we have a certain level of confidence in who we are, not just as Africans, but as women. You know, I know when I was younger, I had esteem issues because I didn't think I was pretty, not because of my color. I didn't even have any issues with my color. I just didn't think I was pretty. You know what I mean? And it was kind of one of those things as when I got older, I started getting attention because of my body. But I knew I could get attention, but I didn't think I was pretty. I thought I was ugly. I'm like, you know, but I started to, it only came to the time where I started to know God, and I started to seek God, where I actually said, you know what? God made me beautiful. And it was the God in me that kind of made me embrace myself as a person. My mom, she was always loving in the household. You know, she always, you're beautiful, you know, but that's my mom are supposed to be right. You know, so, but a lot of the young girls, you know, they kind of feel that too. I don't know if anyone else had any kind
But
of
sometimes you get bad attention. Like Google was saying about Sarah Batman, she was a woman that had a humongous bottom part. And she became like what do you call when you got like a attraction? Yeah, people used to come and see her from all over the world and come just to see her butt.
Right.
And that's bad. And sometimes it's a pain for me to walk down the street because like guys will be like, oh girl, you have asked for days. It's just like you can't walk normally on the street and just enjoy your day or whatever because
They don't see past that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you see when you look at me is
Right.
They said they don't respect you as a person.
Yeah.
They only want you for your body. Like I was walking down the street one time, this dude turned around like, can I get your number? I'm like, I just walked away like, no, like leave me alone. Like, is that all you see when you look at me? Is my body?
you got a
No.
ticket for that?
It's like
a license.
Sarah Bartman was put it wasn't her that was put on as an attraction. It was her body parts. And then the same thing happens. When you're walking down the street, you're not the attraction. It's what you have. They don't care about your face. They won't even look at your face. If you're walking away from them, it's like, oh, I see butt, I see hips. Okay, let me call her out on that.
Until you open up your mouth and let them know who you are, because anyone, again, the first thing they do see is your exterior, but when you open your mouth and say and start talking and like, okay, she's not playing. All right, because this is not. And you have young girls who, that's all the attention they ever get. So how do they respond to that? This is the attention they always wanted but never really got before. So how do they respond to that?
They don't know that beauty also consists of like intelligence, personality, because that's all they get. Oh, you girl, you got a fine ass.
I think what it is that you have to learn to surround yourself with someone that appreciates who you really are and like embraces you. Like you can have friends or people outside. If you pass on the street, they'll make a bad comment about you. But if you have your friends and they tell you, excuse me, you're beautiful and show that, like. Just show you in general that you have what's great. Like I have a friend, she's actually here, Penny. She, like most of the time girls get criticized because of her size, but she is one woman that embraces every part of her body, and I've never met anybody like her. And having a friend like her makes me like, I gotta appreciate what I have and really adore this. So sometimes just who you surround yourself with. It makes a difference.
It just goes back to your education. What you're told when you're little. It starts early. Yeah, when you're really little. And then you grow up to just love yourself and be confident about who you are.
And I think the girls also needs to know the kind of guys that they surround themselves with, because like my father, I know that if any guy wants to come up to my house or whatever, they go, okay, her dad doesn't play. Like, they have to be on point. My dad's very respectable. Like, it's like I kind of look for the same qualities my dad has in other guys, because I know that my dad, he always told me I was beautiful. My dad never let anybody bring me down. Like, Dorcas don't listen to them. Like, they don't know what you're talking about. So it's like you try to find that in like other guys. So if I see a guy walking on the street and he's saying all of that, I'm like, hey, I know you ain't right. So I'm gonna go the other way. And if they try to get close, like, hold your horses. I'm like, you want my dad to come after you? Then, stay over there.
And it's sad too, because a lot of these girls don't have father figures in the
that
household. So they don't know, like, what qualities to look for in a guy. So, they'll think anything is okay, and how the way a guy approaches them is okay. And, it's sad because they don't know, what qualities to look for, because they don't have a father in the home to teach them that type of stuff. So.
But don't you guys think we're the ones that do that to the guys? Because we're the ones who put the makeup on and the hair.
That's for us.
That's for
But you will go on a date and be like, no, I can't go like this. I can't, like, if you don't have makeup on, if your hair's not done, you'll be like, no, I'm not going. Why won't you go? I know it's for you, but
part of it is that's true too. Part of it is, we want to look good, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but I'm saying sometimes girls think he's just gonna like me for the way I look.
Right.
And some guys are. They don't even care about makeup. They got a nice butt, a big butt, nice boobs, they still.
But some guys also say they don't like the weaves and the wigs. They say
they like the natural.
So we get it twisted. Like when you're going on a date, you're going for the expensive weave, and actually they like what's under the weave, not what's on.
It's all about confidence in yourself.
What it is as well is that you have to. There's different guys out there. You have to know which one is right for you. You can't please everybody.
That's why you have to have a good father figure to be able to know who to look for.
But you don't want the opportunity.
That's why I think like the woman, some of them take the role of mother and father, so they have to kind of instill the male stuff into, but they can't do the fullness of it unless it's a male there.
Right, and that's true because I didn't have my dad growing up, and I always wanted that. I always longed for that father figure. So that's what happens with a lot of young girls. They want that void to be filled, and affection that only a father can give. My mom, she gave love all day long. She worked hard. She took care of all of us by herself. So I saw that strong black woman in the household, but I didn't have that father figure. And young girls, we want that. I mean, I don't know if anyone else had a father, but I don't even know why I always wanted it. Yeah, we kind of get past it, to a certain degree, but a young girl, we want our father in our lives. We want that.
You want to be protected.
Yes,
Yeah. I wasn't raised with a father, but my mom, she was for both. She was sitting twice for both, as a mom and as a dad. So I didn't really grow up thinking like there was something missing in my life, because she was stayed both sides from me. Like she grounded me as like a father would, and then she was there as a mom. So it didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. But I can understand where you're going.
Did you have close friends? Like my best friends had their fathers in their lives. And if I didn't see it, maybe it might be different, like, outside of mine, but
I have a friend that didn't have a father, and she'd always call my dad her father.
Right.
So, I understand what you're saying.
I think we also need to represent our culture sometimes, because like if you dress up to go out, like right now we look sharp, you have your jeggings, your heels, and then you have the earrings. It's just so powerful. Like you have something I don't mean African, but something cultural. Because we're always looking for the diamonds, the pearls. Where is this? What about our African, earrings? Something to show I'm proud.
Like I love that. Like when I'm going to church, I have like a suitcase full of African wear. I get so excited when they get the cloth, like, ooh, that one looks pretty, that one looks pretty. And, for my 316, I didn't want to go to the store and buy a dress. I wanted an African wear. So my mom got one of the most beautiful African wear I've ever seen. And, when they made it and I wore it, I feel so confident when I'm wearing my African wear. More than when I'm wearing like regular clothes. Because I'm like, I'm African, like, I'm Africa, everybody will know. Like if we stop like on the way home from church to go to a store, usually we just sit in the car and wait for my mom, but usually I just get out my African wear and my heels and I just walk. Oh, that looks so good. I'm like, I know. So I feel proud.
Because a lot of people are ashamed of wearing their African attire. They don't want to bring attention to them and
bring all the attention.
And a lot of stereotype I hear all the time when people ask me, "Oh, where you from? You have an accent." I'm from Africa. Oh, you're light skinned. And I just be like, well, what is that supposed to mean? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, I thought all Africans was dark skinned. And I feel offended because everybody is not the same color.
Right. Are they going to ask you if you see lions or... I did not stand. Like, okay.
Yeah, somebody asked me, do you see, lions roaming the street? And I'm like, no, you might see a chicken or like, goat or something, but you don't see a lion running down the street.
But wait, I see chickens in West Philly, so
see, that's what the media portrays. That's what because we've never been there, so that's what.
They show like the poorest part of the,
walking around butt naked and all that.
Like no, people are. Did you? One of my friends got into a fight at school because this girl said something about how Africans don't know how to use fork and knife. We don't know shoes. We don't have electricity. We live in huts. And she got into a fight with this girl. Like she totally just flipped out in the classroom and went all out on the girl because she was like, how are you going to come at me like that when you're from the same place like I am? Even though you might not know where you come from, we're all from the same place. And I kind of got offended when she was telling me, like, first of all, I lived in the city. We had electricity. I had shoes. So I don't understand I don't get why the media would show some things like that. I'm sure you're trying to feed the people there, but if you're going to show that, also show the good part. Yeah, show both sides.
The reason why the media portrays that is because, as coming over here as slaves, they basically thought our people that, okay, being black is a bad thing. So everybody look, even like little girls will look at a black Barbie doll and a white Barbie doll and would prefer to, get the, the white one instead.
But so they want to keep us, the media wants to keep us disconnected. They don't want us to connect together. Exactly. They want the African Americans to be disconnected from the ones actually born in Africa, because they don't want us to come together and learn, you know what I'm saying, and really grow and come together and unify. Because together when we unify, we're great.
But I also knowing that they don't want us to do that. You have to put upon yourself to go out there and educate yourself about it. 'Cause it's not an excuse to just say because it's into something.
We're all the same. It's ignorance is something that is a tool that's used to make us think that we're different. You know, and we're all.
As you can see, we're all beautiful.
We're all beautiful, and we're all the same. We're all the same. We're from different parts. We have different cultures.
And we love each other.
Yeah.
I love my black sisters.
Yeah. That is so true. Like when I see a bunch of Africans or African Americans get together and they don't know each other, for some reason they connect so easily with each other. Especially when it's women, like they just connect. And it seems like even though they're speaking a different language, it's like you kind of get what they're trying to say to you because we're all the same and we are all beautiful in our own way.
We have so much love to give.
And
so
we do.
And our black jeans make our blue jeans tight. Hello, I'm Rafia, and I'm from the Congo. I always introduce myself like that. I'm so proud to be African. Even when I perform, I always say, hi everyone, I'm Rafia, I'm from the Congo. It's who I am.
Hello, I'm Amber Brown and I'm from West Philadelphia. I was born in the United States. I know that my roots are from Africa and I'm very proud of it. No matter what anyone says, African Americans are from Africa and we need to represent that.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm from Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa. And I'm very proud to be from Africa. I haven't been there in 10 years, but my heart is there and I'm planning on going back really, really soon.
Hi, my name is Susan. I'm from Kenya. I'm proud to be from East Africa. A lot of times when I speak, people say you have an accent, and I say it's because I'm from Africa.
Hi everyone, my name is Liz. I was born in Liberia, which is located in West Africa. I've been here for a couple of years now and I plan on going back next fall. I'm a hairstylist and I am African.
Hello, my name is Udeme, aka Mahogany Rose. I am Nigerian American. I was born in Washington, D.C., but my heritage and my family are from the beautiful Nigeria, so that's where I represent.
Hi everyone, I'm Tabeka and I'm from South Africa, proudly South African. I'm actually going home tomorrow and I am so proud to be African.
Hi everyone, I'm Gugu. I was born and raised in South Africa, and I'm just proud to be African.
I am Khadija, born in Madagascar, raised in South Africa, and I've been here for 2 years and I'm proudly African.
Peace and blessings. My name is Tamika. I was born and raised in South Jersey, which is the United States. My ancestors are from Africa. I am African.
Hey, my name is Dorcas. I'm from Ghana, born and raised West Africa, and I am so proud to be African. And anytime anybody asks me where I'm from, I don't say New Jersey, I say I'm from Africa. So I'm proud.
So I guess we're all Africans.
Yes.
It's so funny because when I say, when people ask me where I'm from, and when I say, oh, I'm Nigerian, I'm like, you don't have an accent, you're not from Africa. And I'm like, yes I am. Like, both of my parents were born in Nigeria, so that makes me Nigerian. Everyone, people who are from Africa are like, you're African. But that's my heritage. I embrace it. I love it. And I was born in D.C., but again, both my parents were actually born in Nigeria, so I am just the first generation Nigerian American, so I still embrace it. I am Nigerian, so,
And that brings up a good topic, because I know, well, from previous conversations from others, they feel as though, and I say Americans, African Americans, we feel as though those who were born in Africa, they don't consider us as Africans. I mean, what is your point on that? What is your view on that?
Those who are not born in Africa are not considered African?
Yes.
They say because you're born in America, you're not African, but your parents are from Africa.
My parents were
Ancestors.
born. My ancestors. Yeah, so
Yeah.
my parents were actually born here. So.
But that's your root.
Africa, so
I think
understand
people
that.
think that because they think you can't relate to them.
Okay.
Because I'm from Africa, your ancestors are from Africa. I can't relate to you on that level. You just like you look the same as me, but you don't know my culture. You know
The
stuff like
language.
that.
What I generally encounter is really the opposite, where African Americans don't know that they're from Africa, and the Africans tell them, well, first of all, you're black, so that
Yeah.
means something. What does that mean to you, being black, at the end of the day?
I think African Americans, with African Americans, there's a disconnect because they don't necessarily connect with Africa unless, as a child and coming up, they were taught about African history and African culture. Being that my parents are from Nigeria, I was raised up in a Nigerian household. We ate Nigerian food and American food, but we ate Nigerian food. My mom taught us about where she was from, read. So I had someone, or my siblings, we had someone to actually teach us. A lot of African Americans feel a disconnect because they've never been in Africa before. Their parents aren't from Africa. There are so many generations separated from Africa, so they don't feel that connection unless they had a parent or someone who mentored them or taught them, listen, you are African too. This is your heritage as well. You know, so that's what I find even when talking to people, like they don't connect with it in the same kind of way because they never had anyone to teach them or they never really went to study for themselves. They just said, well, you know, I know we are from Africa, I guess, but they never really had someone to kind of like say, no, this is really you. This is your heritage as well. You know, unless when they get older and they want to seek out for themselves and actually go to study. So